And both these teams have some pretty decent size for underclassmen.
They do, and I think it's as exciting a game as probably as the varsity game will be. And I was just joking to myself, I brought Whiteoak some luck because when I came in, there was about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they were down like 8 points, and they came back and rattled off. And I actually took the lead before halftime. I thought, well, that's their good luck charm maybe. And then, came out of halftime, and Fayetteville took the lead back, probably about 3 or 4 points.
I say they were still down, I think, 8 points
yeah.
maybe. Yeah, and they have closed the gap, and we are tipping off here for extra quarters. And unfortunately, we don't have rosters for the junior varsity players that are out there. But let's see if we can get our hands on some names, and maybe we can let everybody know what's going on. Of course, overtime is only 3 minutes, so it doesn't take a whole lot of time. I will tell you that right now, Fayetteville just turned it over with a travel out top. But we are still tied. 2:39 to go in the junior varsity game with a tied score of 38 apiece. Whiteoak has the basketball, and wow, look at the size of the point guard.
Yeah, they're very big, and these two guys down here on the low post, 45 for Fayetteville and 34 for Whiteoak. They're almost same height.
Yeah.
One fella, the one for Fayetteville, his name's Brody Feldhouse, I believe. He also plays on the varsity, and he lists at about 6'6". So he's a big fella.
Yes. Is that Veek is 6'6"? Is that who you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Linus Veek. Wow. It's nice to have that kind of size on your junior varsity team. Of course, he dresses varsity as well. He is a 6'6" junior.
Yeah, they're balanced. I mean, if you look at their height across the board.
Yeah. Whiteoak has a steal and the basketball. We're still tied. They kick it to the outside. A 2-point shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. That one's going to end up out of bounds, and it will stay Whiteoak basketball. We're going to take another break, but we'll see if we can get a little bit more information and try and call some play-by-play on this junior varsity, which again is not something we normally do. That's why we don't have rosters for the junior varsity when we show up to do a game. We've just got the varsity with us. So stick with us. We've got lots to talk about in our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. And of course, to start things off, like Mark said, some bonus basketball. We'll take a break and be back right after this on Goodguysradiotv.com.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this. Oh, this is ridiculous. My Kasasa checking was easier than this.
With a Kasasa checking account, you get rewards for having a checking account. It's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you continue to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save.
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com. That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show, kind of a modified version of that here this evening. Well, Mark, we saw Fayetteville score a basket, and then Whiteoak came down and Sawyer Blair scored a basket, got fouled for the and one, but then missed the free throw. So we are still tied at 40 apiece. But Whiteoak does have the basketball, and they just put it inbound underneath the basket. Going to bring it back out top. With it out top is going to be Blair. Blair dribbles to the left side. Fayetteville is in a man-to-man set. And right now, someone just needs one basket here to get the victory. And now we're going to get tied up in a dual possession, maybe? Yeah. Only two and a half seconds. Who's got the possession arrow? Is it staying with Whiteoak? It is.
I think it is, yes.
So 2.5 seconds, plenty of time to get a shot off. But possibly they're going to call a timeout here.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to try and call a timeout. All right, anyway, let's take this timeout to talk about some of the things we normally would talk about in our first segment of a normal Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Again, I am Ken Smith along with Mark Young. Michelle Dawn, our producer, back in the studio. Our producer for Goodguysradiotv.com, Mr. Brandon Rigdon, is here with us as well. So a full crew in the house tonight with C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com. So for those of you who really want to know what's going on this now, yeah, he's rolling. So you can watch the action right now at Goodguysradiotv.com. And I promise you, it's an exciting ending to the junior varsity contest.
That's the free basketball I was talking
Right.
about. It is free basketball. That's good.
Completely.
Who gets the last shot here, Ken?
Oh, my.
I'm saying two.
I don't know if you go back to Blair again. Yeah, they go to Blair. He's not got much time. Oh, off-balance shot. Not a good one. So I think he rushed it just a little bit. We are still tied at 40 apiece. So it's going to be a double overtime for the junior varsity contest. And we usually see one or two of those a year. Yeah, it's just one of those things that happens.
And you're just hoping it's not on homecoming, which I don't think it's homecoming tonight, so that's a safe bet.
I hope not.
I know.
Nobody let us know if it is.
Well, I'll tell you, it makes you wonder if something's going on because we were talking about parking. Parking was at a premium tonight when we got here.
I just think this is a highly there's a lot of interest, a lot of high interest in this matchup tonight between Whiteoak and Fayetteville. We're early in the season, and it's looking like it's going to shape up the kind of season where there aren't too many dominant teams. There's a lot of parity, and we're going to see a lot of good basketball is what we're going to see.
They're not very far apart, I guess, logistically, geographically. They're pretty close as well. So I think this has always probably been a pretty good rivalry. You know, Fayetteville is 4-0 coming on the season. Whiteoak is, 2-1, I believe, if we looked at the records right.
Yes, that is correct.
So Whiteoak's got something to prove coming off a tough loss to Fairfield earlier in the week.
Yeah, Tuesday night was not a good night for the Wildcats. And if I had to guess, they paid for it Wednesday and Thursday in practice. So they are going to be hungry to get a victory here tonight. On the Fayetteville side, there's all the size, and you got to see that Tuesday night against Lynchburg.
Yeah, they are. They're big, and they play that way. But they can shoot it too. That was a tight game Tuesday night with Lynchburg and Fayetteville. Lynchburg led most of the way, and Fayetteville came out with that win by 2 points at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was a buzzer beater.
Yeah.
So let's use that comparison to this game. The Lynchburg Clay Mustangs don't have any height either.
No.
They are a short ball club. And, nice scoop shot driving in there. Number 14, I have to admit, again, we don't have those names for the junior varsity young men that are out there on the floor right now. But that was a nice scoop shot by Fayetteville to put them on top by 2 points in this game. Anyway, I think Whiteoak's a lot like Lynchburg, so that should mean that this is a really good game.
Yeah.
Who hit that one from the corner? Did you happen to see? It was a three-pointer.
Yeah, it was number 20.
Let's see, number 20, I believe that is Xander Rhodes. He's a sophomore. Sophomore Xander Rhodes gave Whiteoak the 1 point lead. Blair with the basketball, and he's going to be fouled way out by the half-court line. I'm sure that is not what Fayetteville wanted to have happen. and that puts them in the bonus. Interesting, all the way into a double overtime before anybody gets into the bonus. So Whiteoak is going to go to the free throw line, and they currently have a 1-point lead, 43-42. For those of you who have joined us expecting to hear a Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show, which we will get to. I promise we'll get to that Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. Free throw is up and good by Blair. That makes it a 2-point lead. Still no cushion, though.
Not yet.
Yeah.
This is the one that counts. But a lot of time left. There's still a minute 49.
Yeah, if he can make this one, and he does, yeah, you're right. There's still a lot of time left in this one, but it's only a 3-point lead, so a 3-point shot can put us back in a tie situation again as Fayetteville has the basketball against a 1-2-2 zone. Whiteoak playing a 1-2-2 zone. There is a foul called down underneath against the Whiteoak Wildcats, and Fayetteville not in the bonus yet. That is only the second team foul. So I don't anticipate we'll see them get to the bonus. Varsity team for Whiteoak down on the down in the corner watching this game play out. Fayetteville misses a 3-point attempt, and the Whiteoak Wildcats now have the basketball. So coming back the other direction with it is Rhodes. He gets caught in a trap, kicks it out though, finds Veek all by himself, and Veek does the smart thing.
He made a wise choice.
Yeah, handed it off to Blair as they're trying to play keep away a little bit. Got a nice 3-point lead. Let's see if we can run this clock down and not give Fayetteville an opportunity to tie it up until last second, if at all possible.
They don't need to shoot it.
Oh, nice backdoor cut, but the shot is blocked.
Nice block.
Yeah, Fayetteville will block the shot out of bounds. The Wildcats will retain possession. Minute 3 to go in double overtime for the junior varsity contest. As Mark calls it, bonus basketball. This is the tonight. This is our first broadcast of 2 tonight. Don Bowles is courtside at Ripley, where Ripley is hosting Peebles. So the Indians and the Blue Jays, that's probably going to do it right there. Xander Rhodes nails a 3-point shot from the right wing, and that gives Whiteoak a 6-point lead with 44 seconds. And I'm probably just going to let him drive in. No, they blocked the shot. So a drive by Fayetteville ends up, no, they're not going to say that Whiteoak touched it. It went out of bounds off Fayetteville. Now they're going to argue about this a little bit. So the two officials are going to come together and discuss whether it went out of bounds off Fayetteville or Whiteoak. It is a 6-point lead right now for the Whiteoak Wildcats, and the call will go their way. So 48-42, and we're now going to have a timeout called by Fayetteville. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout as well. 39 seconds to go. Again, you want to watch the exciting ending of this junior varsity contest, just go to Goodguysradiotv.com. We'll take a break. We're back right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back courtside at Fayetteville High School. We have a second timeout that was called. That's just counting down the timeout. Did you happen to notice the clock there when they called that timeout, Mark, by any chance?
I did not.
Okay. Still a 6-point game. I see Ron Harris across the way, the Whiteoak Lady Cats coach, in the house tonight, supporting the boys. And it looks like he's got the team sitting there with him. Nice.
Yeah.
I like what Ron's doing to the program at Whiteoak.
Yeah, he's really turning the page there.
Yeah. There are only 3 games happening in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference this evening, and we're going to bring you 2 of those 3. The one that we're not covering is West Union at Eastern, and I think that's probably going to be a game that comes out in favor of the Warriors of Eastern. And I think these other 2 games, the 2 that we're covering, are excellent matchups. Peoples-Ripley and Whiteoak Fayetteville. All right, 29.4 seconds on the clock. This is our second overtime for the junior varsity. And so again, that's why you're not getting a full play-by-play on this, because we don't have the rosters for the junior varsity in front of us. Whiteoak's going to try a 3-point shot in the corner. It misses. Backside rebound collected by Whiteoak, and they're going to say that was a dual possession. I thought they might call.
I think he's going to call a foul.
Yeah, he is. Okay, one official was calling a dual possession. The other official called a foul. I think that's going to stick a fork in it, maybe.
I think you're right.
Well, it's still 21 seconds, 6-point. If he misses, well, they're in the double bonus now, or no? Well, we'll see here. Anyway, if the free throws are missed, there's an outside chance Fayetteville could still try to pull this one out. But 21 seconds, junior varsity contest. That's tougher to do than varsity.
Yes, it is.
Veek is shooting the free throws. He does miss the front end of the 1-and-1. It ends up out of bounds off Whiteoak on the rebound, and Fayetteville will have an opportunity here. Only 1 second clicked off the clock. They're going to face full court pressure. That's a smart move by Whiteoak. Try and slow the ball down, make that clock run. They're going to drive inside, lost control, but there to put it back up and in is number 45 on the side of Fayetteville, and then the timeout is called quickly. So it's down to a 4-point difference with 10.6 seconds. I think the odds are still very much in favor of the Whiteoak Wildcats. So we're going to take another break here courtside with our very unconventional Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. Again, I'm Ken Smith along with Mark Young. We're back right after this.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this. Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you continue to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com. That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
Welcome back courtside at Fayetteville High School to a modified version of the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. We are just trying to work our way toward that tip-off. What happened while you were away? A basket was made after a missed free throw by Whiteoak. Fayetteville made the basket, closed it down to a 2-point gap here, 48-46. Whiteoak still with a 2-point lead. And they were able to call the timeout with 1.1 second on the clock. Now, I think the officials have added some time back, and I'll have to wait and see how much that is, because here at Fayetteville, during the timeouts, the clock ticks down the amount of the timeout. So you cannot see how much time is on the clock until the timeout expires. Strange things have happened. What could happen here, or what needs to happen for Fayetteville to get the victory, is that they need to try to disrupt the inbound play, see if they can get a steal and a quick basket to send us into a third overtime. 1.8 seconds on the clock, and White Oak's just going to try and play keep away. There was a foul committed, but there's 0.7 seconds on the clock. So White Oak will go to the free throw line, but that's not going to be enough time, I think, whether the free throw is made or missed. In fact, whether it's made or missed, you would not, let's see, if he made the first, really it doesn't matter either way. You would almost want to intentionally miss this one, because to rebound it and then shoot it is almost impossible. So he made the first one, so that means it's a 3-point lead. A last second shot's going to be a 3-point shot anyway. But at this point, Mark, either way, it's going to be tough. Another timeout is called, by the way. Either way, at this point, Mark, it's going to be tough. If he intentionally misses the free throw, Fayetteville, with 0.7 seconds, will not really necessarily have enough time to rebound and shoot.
Just have to catch it and heave it if you can do that in one motion.
Right. If he makes the free throw, well, then it's a 4-point, so they win that way, too. So, realistically, there's not much option here for Fayetteville.
Can't remember, does clock start on the rim on the free throw or on the touch?
Oh, that's a good question. That's where we need Phil Ronimus.
Yeah.
Our resident official.
Also, Phil, if you know this, if you happen to be listening, I was thinking about this. Do these overtime
he's
quarters?
Not, because he's on another broadcast. He's at Blanchester.
So I wondered if these quarters count as, if the overtime quarters count as quarters toward their eligibility. So like they can play like
it's not a full quarter though.
They can play 5 or 6 quarters a night. So I'd say it probably does not.
I would say I would go with does not, because they're not the right length.
Yeah, because I think
they're only 3 minutes.
They can play 5 quarters a night, I believe, between junior varsity and varsity.
Yeah, well, that's what it used to be. For some reason, I want to say they made it 6. Okay, he intentionally missed it, I think. Doesn't matter. Either way, the shot is heaved, and it is no good. So 49-46 will be your final score. Again, 49-46 as White Oak defeats Fayetteville in the junior varsity contest, which, again, we usually don't do much more than give you that score. But with a double overtime, we had to modify our tip-off show. But now it's time to get down to the
It's the long-awaited Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show.
That is absolutely correct. That's what it is. On that note, we're going to take another break. We'll be back to start our normal Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show right after this on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie and Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading.
Welcome back courtside to our normal Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. What an exciting junior varsity contest that was. Folks, I hope you turned that on at Goodguysradiotv.com because we could not do that play-by-play justice.
No, it is not February. It's not Groundhog Day. We're starting for real this time.
Right, for real. No fake outs. All right, again, we're courtside at Fayetteville High School where they're hosting Whiteoak. Don Bowles will bring you Peebles at Ripley in game number 2 tonight. On our sister station, Carl Schneider and Phil Ronimus are courtside at Blanchester where they are hosting the G-Men of Georgetown. So another Wildcat game.
I think that'll be a good contest too, I believe.
Well, I think Blanchester's off to a slow start, where Georgetown on the flip side is off to a pretty good start. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out, whether Blanchester can get things dialed in and get themselves rolling the right direction. I think they're still looking for their first win, if I remember correctly, on the season. So, but you're right, that if Blanchester is able to hang with Georgetown, it should be a pretty good basketball game. Coming up next week, we've got some great games for you, and it's like early Christmas on C103 and 99.5 The Edge. Monday night, it'll be Eastern at Lynchburg, and that'll be Don Bowles, let's see, along with Carl Schneider and Craig Campbell, courtside for that one. Chillicothe at Western Brown. These are both girls action on Monday night, and that'll be Greg and Rob that are going to be bringing you that game. So that's what's coming up on Monday night. We do have tomorrow off, but we will have a game next Saturday. And just for a moment, let's talk about that game next Saturday. It's one of the most highly anticipated girls matchups of the season, and it's on a Saturday, and I'm guessing they did that to give more people the opportunity to attend the game.
I would say, yeah.
That's a great idea. North Adams and Eastern girls will face off next Saturday night, and that basketball game will be not only on C103 but also on Goodguysradiotv.com. We don't normally do that. We have a TV game on Thursday night, a TV game on Friday night. We're going to bring you 3 TV games next week. And part of that's because we're heading into Christmas, and I think the next week or the week after that, there won't be a TV game, if I remember correctly. So that's kind of why Christmas kind of changes the schedule up just a little bit. And not only that, it's going to be one of the best girls basketball games of the season. North Adams at Eastern next Saturday night. We do not have a game for you tomorrow night. All right, let's take another break with the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. We're going to come back and talk about what's going to happen in the game coming up. And we'll do that by starting off with a look at the Whiteoak Wildcats roster right after this on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
Getting fit? That's easy. Oh, I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Berry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you've continued to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can say!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. And you know, somewhere I've got some fancy business cards that we had printed up about GoodGuysRadioTV.com, Mark, as we've got people asking us where they go to TV, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't bring any of those fancy little cards with me tonight.
We do have the schedules, and on the back of them has the QR code for Good Guys Radio TV.
Oh, there you go. So that's right. It's on there.
Hook you up. Yep.
All right. Is that what you did? Told her to scan that?
I think she typed it in, but yeah, she saw that too.
All right.
She has a sick one at home going to watch the game.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's talk about this next game. Well, first, recap just for those who might have joined us. Whiteoak defeated Fayetteville in the junior varsity contest 49-46 in double overtime. An exciting junior varsity game. So let's talk about the Whiteoak Wildcats, the visiting team on the scoreboard. They do come into this contest 2-1 on the season. They are averaging 46 points per game, and a little lopsided here. They are allowing their opponents to score 49.7. I'm sure they will change that stat. That is all because they had a bad loss Tuesday night to Fairfield, 56-33. So that was a very challenging night for a talented Whiteoak Wildcat team. But they have defeated Felicity in a non-conference matchup, 58-51, and they defeated Peebles 47-42. So those are the 2 victories that they have, 1 league and 1 non-conference matchup, and they are 1-1 in conference play, 2-1 overall. All right, Mark, are we ready to take a look at that roster finally for the Whiteoak Wildcats?
Yes, we are, Ken. Thanks and good evening, everyone. The Whiteoak Wildcats, they have 11 on the roster. They are 5 seniors, 2 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 1 freshman. They are number 1, Landon Iyer. He's a 5'8 sophomore. A 5'11 senior, number 2, Lucan Rhodes. Wearing number 3, Sawyer Blair, a 5'9 freshman. A 5'11 senior, number 4, Carson Emery. Number 11, Evan Diatley, a 5'11 senior. A 5'9 senior, number 3, Andrew Rhodes, a 6-foot sophomore. A 5'11 sophomore, number 21, Aiden Crow. Number 30, Landon Barnett, 5'11 senior. Linus Veek, a 6'6 junior. He is a Swiss exchange student. We got to see him in the JV contest. And rounding out the roster, number 35, Weston Blair, a 6'5 junior. They're coached by Ryan Barnett in his 3rd season, and he's assisted by Greg Patton, Wes Blair, and Steve Emery. The athletic director is Maya Call. The principal is Jason Isles. The superintendent is Michael Bick. And we'll take a look. I'll read you their cheerleading roster as well. They are Harley Vance, Georgia Niehaus, Claire Imes, Sydney Wilmoth, Sophie Wilmoth, Madison Johnson, and Emily Teague, and they are coached by Kim Vance.
All right, that's a look at the roster for the Whiteoak Wildcats. We'll take another break and come back and talk about the home team, the Fayetteville Rockets, and look at their roster as well right after this on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back to the Southern Hills Community Bank Tip-Off Show. Let's talk about the Fayetteville Rockets. They've got one more game under their belt than the Whiteoak Wildcats do. They're averaging 69.3 points per game while allowing their opponents to score only 48.5. They have defeated Felicity Franklin, just like you heard me talk about Whiteoak doing that as well, 72-60. So that, is a like opponent, and really about the same. The score doesn't tell us a tremendous amount there. East Clinton is another school that Fayetteville, they've defeated everybody. They are 4-0. I guess I should have started with that. They defeated East Clinton 77-40. They defeated Manchester 73-41 and Lynchburg in that nail-biter Tuesday night, 55-53. Mark was courtside for that game. But Fayetteville 4-0 overall, 2-0 in conference play. What do you got to say about the end of that game Tuesday night between Lynchburg and Fayetteville?
It was nice. I think it was about 7 seconds or so, and Fayetteville inbounded the ball into the backcourt, and Mr. Caden Jones took it to about 3/4 of the court, weaved through a couple of guys, and shot a layup at the buzzer. Pretty nice.
Yeah, getting a layup at the buzzer is kind of rare, really. Usually you're shooting a three-point shot or, I guess if you've got plenty of time, which it sounds like they did, you want to get that two-point shot, but to get it all the way inside the paint, that's pretty rare.
Well, they spread the floor and took their chances with him being their point guard, I believe, and it paid off for him.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the roster for the Fayetteville Rockets.
All right, Ken, the Fayetteville Rockets, as he said, they're 4-0 on the season, 2-0 in shack play. They have 11 on the roster, 3 seniors, 6 juniors, 1 sophomore, and 1 freshman. They are number 2, Caden Jones, a 6-foot junior, a 5'9" junior, number 10, Caleb Tippis. Number 11, Chase Hendricks, he's a 5'11" junior, a 5'11" senior, number 14, A.J. Attinger. Number 20, Kendall Holden, he's a 6'2" junior, a 6'2" senior, number 23, Giacomo Pagan. Wearing number 25 is Alex Bradshaw, he's a 6'2" sophomore, a 6'6" freshman. Wearing number 33, Brody Feldhaus. Number 40, Jonas Jakeway, a 5'11" junior, a 6'6" junior, number 44, Austin Snyder, and number 32, Logan Kingus, is a 6'1" senior. They're coached by DJ McCummins, and he's assisted by Nick Siebert, Kenny Gaynor, and the athletic director here is Tyler Kingus. The principal is Mr. Rodney Wallace, and the superintendent is Tim Carter. And their cheerleaders for tonight, we have Kendra Allender, Candace Barber, Sophie Broussall, I should have read these before, Adaselli Campbell, Michaela Derricks, Haley Dozier, Lexi Filet, Ava Glazer, Caroline Hansel, Ava Hickey, Emma Hodges, Avery Jakeway, Imani May, Emily McKinney, Kenley Polston, Reese Strong, Carly Wiederhold, Natalie Wiederhold, Gracie Wilson, Katie Wolfer. They're coached by Connie Snyder, Tiffany Snyder, Kendra Dembski, and if I mispronounced your name, ladies, I apologize.
I think you did pretty good. I think you got them all right. At least I hope.
Yeah, I hope.
All right. We are about ready to honor America here courtside as we near the end of our Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show. Stick with us, folks. We are going to have an exciting game coming up here in just a little bit. After this break, we'll talk about the starters for both ball clubs as well as the other three guys who start and finish every game. That's the guys in stripes. We'll be back with more of the Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show right after this on C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you continue to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com. Thanks to the Fayetteville Rocket Band for performing the national anthem here tonight at Fayetteville High School. Nice addition to that. You know, I want to thank Angela Murphy, always an excellent supporter of everything that C103, Goodguysradiotv.com do. She says yes, 6 quarters a night.
All right.
So I was right. They, I think I mentioned it. Did I mention it?
Yeah, you did. Yep.
Thought they went from 5 to 6.
Yes.
Angela says that is correct. All right. Maybe we need to give her a striped shirt and a whistle and make her do. Oh, there she is now. Actually,
So
walking into the gym.
She's seen enough games the last few years as a mom and the athletic director here. So
right. But she might have all the knowledge the officials have that we don't.
She probably knows better than we do.
That's right. Well, in that case, she certainly did.
Yeah.
All right. Southern Hills Community Bank tip-off show is ready for the starters. Mark, who we got?
All right. Starting for the Whiteoak Wildcats, we're going to have 5 seniors. Number 2, Lucan Rhodes. Number 4, Carson Emery. Number 11, Evan Diatley. Number 13, Logan Beeler. And number 30, Landon Barnett. And for the home team tonight, the Fayetteville Rockets, they start 1 senior, 3 juniors, and 1 sophomore. They are number 2, Caden Jones. Number 10, Caleb Tippis. Number 14, AJ Attinger. Number 25, Alex Bradshaw. And number 44, Austin Snyder.
And the other 3 guys starting?
The 3 other good guys that are here tonight are Matt Cook, Kyle Most, and Steve Carson.
All right, that's a look at everybody. We are just about set for tip-off. They are, of course, going to turn the lights out, and they make a big deal out of announcing the team here at Fayetteville High School, so they are getting ready to do that. So we will take one final break here before we come back and get set for tip-off. You're listening to C103 Country, and if you're watching, it's on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com.
Fayetteville Rockets in their home whites with green numerals and some black stripes on there as well. And what a tip-off this is going to be. Snyder matching up. Who's tipping off?
Landon Barnett.
Yeah, oh, wow. Barnett's going to do the tip. All right. Well, they've got some height for Whiteoak, but they're on the bench. And you know what? Barnett almost got
He has some height. Yes, he does.
It will be controlled by the Fayetteville Rockets with a basketball out top. It's going to be Tippis to set the offense against a 2-3 zone. Now you can guarantee it's that height advantage for Fayetteville, is why Whiteoak has chosen to go with a zone. Bradshaw will try the three from the right side wing. That's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Carson Emery. Emery puts it into the hands of Beeler. Beeler takes it center of the court, hands it off to Emery. Emery out on the right side wing will have the dribble. Man-to-man defense is going to be applied by Fayetteville. Beeler has the basketball back. He'll bring it to the center of the floor. Goes left side to Barnett. Barnett, a couple of fast dribbles toward the baseline. Decides to penetrate. Reverse layup. It's up and good.
Nice reverse. Nice spin.
Whiteoak Wildcats with the first basket of the game. In the backcourt, it's going to be Tippis and Bradshaw bringing it up the floor. I'm sorry, Jones. And now left side, shot from the corner. That was Attinger. That one's no good. And on the rebound, it's going to be the Whiteoak Wildcats. So far, the height advantage not working out. Driving in, Beeler, too hard off the glass. That one's no good. Run out the other direction. Tippis on a layup. Well, a runner inside the paint, I should say. No good. Attinger with a putback. And what do we got? A foul called?
Yep.
Foul's going to be called against the Whiteoak Wildcats. It'll be on the floor.
Foul's on number 2, Lucan Rhodes, his first, team first. Shooters you got to watch for Fayetteville. It'll be A.J. Attinger and Caleb Tippis are their best two, and Caden Jones for a percentage standpoint.
Well, Bradshaw with it on the inbound, and that did not drop. And we go back the other direction. What do we got, a goaltend? Yeah. Going to call a goaltend, and I'm not sure who it was that did that on the side of Fayetteville. No, it's going to be a foul. Okay. Never mind. It's a foul.
Foul's on Bradshaw, and I'm going to make a correction because it was different on the roster. It was right on our roster. Alex Bradshaw is number 24, not 25.
I noticed that.
Yep. Well, they had a change on the roster they gave us, so I apologize.
That's all right. We'll forgive you, Mark.
All right.
Landon Barnett on the free throw line nails the first one. Whiteoak now with a 3-point lead. Barnett's second one is good as well. So make it a 4-point lead for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Some full court pressure being applied by the Wildcats. Tippis and Jones working it across the timeline. They go to Schneider inside, but he can't hang on to it. It's tipped away, and Beeler has it for the Whiteoak Wildcats. He'll stop and pop inside the paint, but it doesn't go. Back the other direction, Fayetteville. Oh, almost a steal. Nice defense there by Lucan Rhodes, but he couldn't stay in bounds when he got the basketball in his hands and ends up giving it back to Fayetteville.
Lucan's really quick. He's a very athletic player.
So the Rockets will inbound. They'll put it in the hands of Tippis. He'll set the offense against this zone defense. Left side, Jones back to Tippis. They go inside to Schneider, and he's got it tipped from behind, but that's a foul.
That's a quick second foul on Lucan Rhodes.
Oh, that means he's coming out.
Yeah, he's going to be replaced by Weston Blair from Whiteoak.
All right. So Rhodes on the bench, Blair into the game, and Fayetteville ready to inbound underneath the basket. Still in a zone defense. Snyder had it, goes left side, Tippis. Tippis reverses to Bradshaw. No, I'm sorry, Jones. Jones with it. Passes into the corner right side. Is that Attinger? Yeah, Attinger over there. Got some nice doors instead of windows in front of me.
Yeah.
Tippis, Snyder inside are at the free throw line, and they are really hammering him hard. He was double teamed in there and had to kick it back out. Jones will reset, goes right side to Attinger, back to Jones, and then Attinger again. Now they find Bradshaw on the baseline. He kicks it out in the corner to Tippis for a three. It's no good. Beeler on the rebound for the Wildcats, and they almost get a steal, and now they do. Good defense in the backcourt by Fayetteville, but then Beeler steals it back. Turnover for turnover. Beeler will have it out on the left side wing, finds Barnett out top. Barnett will set the offense against man-to-man defense, goes right side. With it is going to be Diatley. And Diatley was looking for a backdoor cut out of Blair, but they weren't quite on the same page. Now Blair's got it. Passes back out to Emery, and then out top, they'll reset with Beeler.
A lot of length in this zone for Fayetteville. They can really cover the floor.
4:59 to go in the first quarter. Barnett for a three. That one's no good. Snyder pulls down the rebound for the Rockets. Coming up at halftime, we'll have stats and all kinds of good stuff for you in the Barry's Chevrolet tip-off show. Beautiful turnaround inside by Snyder is good.
First 2 points now for Fayetteville.
So it is just a 2-point basketball game. Fayetteville gets a steal,
Attinger all alone. He almost traveled. That's one of those where you're too open. And guess what, folks? We're tied up. Beeler will have the basketball against man-to-man defense. No pressure in the backcourt. 4:15 to go now. Again, halftime brought to you by Barry's Chevrolet in West Union. So stick with us for stats and a little bit of insight as well at halftime. Blair with it out top. Goes right side. Beeler, he likes the three, and it's good.
He likes to shoot it, doesn't he?
Well, he stroked that one like he does it all the time for sure. That was a nice-looking three-point shot.
I know he lit it up in the preview, I believe, didn't he?
Yes, that sounds correct. Jones with the basketball ahead to Bradshaw. Baseline, couldn't get the shot and tried to pass it back out to Jones, and it's picked off by Barnett. Blair will have it out top for Whiteoak. Drives the right side of the lane, had his shot blocked from behind though. There's that height. The run out with Bradshaw against Beeler. Bradshaw couldn't connect. Jones on a stick back didn't connect, but there's a reason. He was fouled.
Yeah.
Jones will go to the line to shoot two.
Good aggressive play from both teams here. Fouls on Weston Blair, his first, team number 3. Caden Jones will go to the line to shoot two.
Let's take a look at your scoreboard update brought to you by H&R Block in West Union, your tax professionals. With 3:27 to go in the first quarter, the score is 7-5 as the first free throw is good.
Chase Hendrickson in the game for Fayetteville.
Jones will get a second one. Could make this a one-point game.
50% shooter on the season.
Well, he improved that because he made them both. One-point game, 7-6. Whiteoak leading with your H&R Block scoreboard update. Beeler in the backcourt, working it up the floor along with Carson Emery. Emery dribbles it across the timeline, passes into the corner to Beeler. Beeler tries to drive in, and Snyder able to get the steal. Attinger on the outlet to Jones, under pressure, it goes.
Got the roll, Alex Bradshaw.
And Fayetteville takes their first lead of the basketball game by 1. Yeah, that was a nice assist, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So with the basketball, Emery to Beeler. Beeler up the floor, right side, Blair, back to Emery. Loads it just inside the three-point line and did not get it to drop, and on the rebound it goes out of bounds along with the Whiteoak player holding it. So Fayetteville will have the basketball with 2:47 to go in the first quarter. The Buckeyes are in. Tune in here for the Bucks, or as the Bucks battle Georgia in the Peach Bowl on New Year's Eve for a shot at the College Football Championship. Coverage will begin at 6:30. That's the Buckeyes facing off against the Bulldogs.
I'm a Buckeyes fan. I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry, Brett. I don't think it's going to happen.
We'll find out. That's why they play the game,
That's right. That's right.
Barnett drives in, kicks it out in the corner, left side to Blair. Now out top, it'll go to Beeler. Beeler drives the left side of the lane.
Ooh, very nice.
High off the glass, and it's good.
He had to go over 6'6" Austin Snyder plus the wingspan. Very nice shot.
That's why it was a high off the glass shot. Nice adjustment mid-shot, or mid-air. Attinger with it, right side corner. He'll drive the baseline, uses the glass to put that one in, and puts Fayetteville back on top by 1. Shack Basketball on C103 is brought to you in part by Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union and Seaman. Snappy Tomato Pizza, the home of the beast. 1 minute 49 seconds. Barnett trying to create some space. Passes to Emery in the corner, who puts it up and in. I think that was inside the three-point line.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, just a 2. So we're trading the lead back and forth. That is what makes for an exciting ball game. Jones with it against full court pressure, ahead to Snyder. Snyder had it tipped away. Good defense there by Blair, as that stopped what might have been an easy basket. Back the other direction, the Cats have it. Beeler kicks it out right side to Diatley. Diatley gets it back to Beeler, a long 3. It rims out, and Snyder pulls down the rebound for the Rockets. Ahead it goes with Tippis. Tippis passes to Attinger in the corner. He'll try a 3, and this time it's good.
That is his spot. 7 points for
right
Attinger.
Side corner or
Yes,
both
sir.
corners?
Both corners. Usually the right side, though.
Barnett will have the basketball against a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. No problem there. Gets it ahead to Emery. Carson Emery hands it off top of the key to Beeler. Man-to-man defense still being applied by the Rockets.
Now Barnett pops out left side. Obviously, he's going to get a lot of attention. Drives in. Wow.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. Makes it over top of the defender. Able to dodge the attempt to draw a player control foul and gets the basket to go. And we are tied at 13 all.
Getting close to 10 here.
Yeah, they make it across. Still 21 seconds. Attinger drives in and he's hammered. He's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. No?
Dual possession, yes, sir. Got the block and a dual possession.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what I get for trying to read too much in.
Well, it was pretty good body foul, but
no call.
That's right.
18 seconds. Whiteoak Wildcats have the basketball. Beeler working it up the floor. Still 14 seconds. Dribbles to the left side wing. Passes out top to Barnett. Barnett's going to drive in. Oh, look at the Euro step. Wow. Gets it to go and gives the Cats a 2-point lead as the buzzer expires for quarter number one. It's Whiteoak 15, Fayetteville 13. We're back after this on C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this.
This is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
We'd like to thank Sean Willie and Willie and Son Trucking for sponsoring our post-game report here on C103 and Goodguysradiotv.com. If you have a diesel trucking business or use diesel trucks in your business, you might want to give Sean Willie a call the next time you've got a problem at Willie and Son Trucking. And what do we got on the floor? A piece of tape or something?
Something.
Yeah, they're out there getting something scraped off the floor. That has been taken care of. And we see head coach Nathan Kopus here scouting for the North Adams Green Devils as they are off tonight.
Yes.
They got a game tomorrow night. Do you remember who that was they were playing tomorrow night?
Lynchburg, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Lynchburg. That'll be a tough one. What a matchup.
If you're watching something to watch, Landon Barnett kind of rolled his ankle a couple minutes before the end of that quarter. He's still favoring that on that Euro step, so we'll see how that goes.
3-point shot, I think, or was that supposed to be a pass? I think he wanted it to be a pass.
Yeah.
Attinger was trying to lob it inside, and it hit the rim instead. Almost went in, but did not. So it ends up out of bounds off Whiteoak, and now Fayetteville will inbound underneath the basket. They look a little disorganized here for a moment. Okay, well, they're all with it. All right, with it on the inbound is going to be Hendricks to Tippis, and then go left side to Jones. Now inside they'll go to Jakeway. Back out to Tippis and Jones for a three from the left side. It's good. It looked good too.
Yeah, it did. Nice shot. He has now 7 points on the night.
And that will give Fayetteville the 1-point lead, 16-15. Cats with a basketball. Barnett has it out top. Fayetteville still showing a man-to-man defense. Emery with a touch. Now Diatley has it. And, he was looking for a backdoor cut. Couldn't make it happen. What did happen, though?
Looks like we had a hold there on number 14.
So that's why the backdoor cut didn't work.
Yeah, I thought maybe because his ankle was sore, but it was AJ was hanging on to him a little bit too much. His first, team second here in the half.
Beeler will inbound, almost in the corner. Gets it in to Blair. Now Barnett with the basketball, makes it to the free throw line, but passes back out to Blair, who hands it off to Beeler. Beeler's going to reset. Beeler passes left side, Diatley. Diatley had one dribble and then passes back out top to Blair. Blair calling for Beeler to come out and get it, and he does. Beeler will bring it center of the floor again, then goes left side Diatley. He'll try the three. High arcing, beautiful shot. It's good.
His first goal tonight, 3 points for Evan Diatley.
2-point lead now for the Cats. Fayetteville, light pressure in the backcourt, but they made it past no problem. And the reason why is they wanted to do a trap in the once Fayetteville got across half court, and that's what happened. Jones got locked up in the corner, but it went out of bounds off Whiteoak. So Attinger will inbound back to Jones. Caden Jones will bring it out top to reset. Passes right side to Tippis, back to Jones. Whiteoak still in a man-to-man defense. Tippis with it. Back to Jakeway and then out to Jones. He likes that three again.
Gonna have to find him.
Oh yeah. Somebody's gonna wake up and start playing defense on Jones. That's 2 threes in a row.
He hit a few down in Lynchburg the other night.
Nice hands by Emery as Barnett overthrew that just a little. Gets it to Beeler, drives the baseline off the glass, no good. And Diatley ends up with it after the rebound is tipped out. He'll get it to Blair, top of the key. Right side Beeler. Beeler on the dribble, out on the right side wing. Decides to drive in and lost control of it, got it back. He probably could have shot it, but he didn't know where he was, I don't think. So Fayetteville with the basketball, they drive in. We're going to get a player control foul maybe. Which way did it go?
Yeah, he called it on Attinger, his second.
Yeah, he dipped his shoulder.
Yeah.
When you do that, they're going to call it on you every time. You cannot dip your shoulder like that.
So a couple of substitutions. We're going to see Xander Rhodes enter the game for Whiteoak, and back into the game Bradshaw and Snyder for the Rockets.
Don't forget to stick with us for our post game, as we will talk to the winning coach in the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coach's Comment Show. That is part of our Willie & Son Trucking post game. Again, light backcourt pressure, but nothing too big. Diatley gets it down on the right side, low block, turnaround off the glass, and good. Wow, they are not afraid of the big guys down underneath for Fayetteville. Jones with it across the timeline, goes into Snyder. Snyder trying to create some room, was either fouled or traveled, one of the two. It's a foul.
Fouls on Carson Emery, his first, team number 4.
Stay up to date in the world of sports with our Higgins Steel Roofing Studio Update. That'll be coming up at halftime. Michelle Dawn will bring you all that. Tippis for a three, it's good.
Tippis gets his first goal tonight.
2-point lead now for the Rockets. We keep trading it back and forth. Barnett seeing a little more pressure this time. Passes ahead to Rhodes, now to Emery across the timeline. Emery, right side wing, dribbling, picks up his dribble, able to find Blair. Blair motioning for somebody to come out and get it, Barnett does. Jones has the difficult job of guarding Barnett. He's getting some help though. Wow, they are doing a good job of trying to stop Barnett. Another Euro step in the glass, or in the paint, too hard off the glass. The shot is missed. Tippis with the basketball ahead to Jones. Back out in the corner to Hendricks for a three. No good. Oh!
Nice follow finish.
Oh, everybody watching on Goodguysradiotv.com just got a show as Bradshaw probably could have dunked it on the tip back up and in.
I think everybody on the floor stood and watched him too.
He probably didn't think about it.
No.
Almost got a steal there. Yeah, he probably didn't think about the dunk, but he could have done it. He was definitely in the air. Timeout called by Whiteoak, I believe.
Yes.
That makes all the sense in the world as they want to cool off the Rockets because they're hot. We'll take a break with them. You're listening to C103 and watching on GoodguysRadiotv.com.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you continue to put your trust in us. Berry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Berry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Welcome back courtside at Fayetteville High School. Again, I'm Ken Smith along with Mark Jones, Brandon Rigdon, our producer for Goodguysradiotv.com tonight. Michelle Dawn, our producer for C103, back in the studio. A little full court pressure. Barnett gets it ahead to Diatley.
Nice.
Barnett on a cut inside. Oh, he overshot it.
That was influenced by Snyder.
Yeah. Tippis with the basketball as we go back the other direction. By the way, Fayetteville is to the left of your radio dial here in the first half. Jones is going to drive in, has it stripped away, but tips it back out to his teammate. Now Bradshaw will try the three. I think that was tipped.
Yep.
And one of the fellow Whiteoak Wildcats, for whoever tipped that, which might have been Blair, was able to reel it in. That's Diatley to Emery. Emery gets stopped on the baseline, kicks it back out to Diatley. Fayetteville still in man-to-man defense. Now with it, Xander Rhodes. Back to Barnett. Now Emery in the corner, he'll try the three. That one's no good. Bradshaw backside for the rebound with 3:13 to go in the first half. I'll get that out in a minute. They try to go inside to Snyder, and Blair is able to tip it away. That's the best strategy for the Whiteoak Wildcats is to not even let Snyder touch it.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to defend inside, you're going to defend the three outside. It's a tough task.
Well, and yeah, you're right. The Rockets are taking advantage of the tight defense inside as Jones drains a three on the inbound. And the Rockets take their biggest lead of the game by 7. Barnett ahead to Blair. Blair has it, dribbling left side, picks up his dribble, and now has to go out top to Xander Rhodes. Rhodes off the screen, went right, then reversed with the pass to Diatley, who hands it off to Barnett. Man, Jones is doing a fabulous job of guarding Barnett. Barnett, Euro step, over his head, reverse shot, almost went. It did not, though. He was hoping for a foul. Tippis has it out on the right side wing. They'll reverse it. Left side, Hendricks, he'll try the three. That one's no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul committed on the rebound, as I think it's going to be a push, maybe, underneath against Whiteoak. No, it's against Fayetteville.
Yep, it's on Austin Snyder, his first into the game, back into the game for Whiteoak is going to be Logan Beeler.
2:16 to go in the first half as we work our way toward the Berries Chevrolet halftime report, as well as the Higgins Steel Roofing studio update. Emery with it, left side. He decides to penetrate, and Snyder swats it away out of bounds. Let's take a look at our scoreboard update, brought to you by H&R Block in H&R Block in West Union, your tax professionals. Took me a minute to get that out. 2:03 to go in the first half. It's 27-20. Well, make it 27-22 as Blair gets a reverse layup. Fayetteville is on top by 5, and they have the basketball. That's your H&R Block scoreboard update. Tippis has it out top against the zone. A little bit of an extended zone now that Fayetteville's been lighting it up from three-point range. High post, low post. Snyder tried to dunk it and missed it, and he's not happy with himself over it. Emery ahead to Diatley. Diatley right side corner, back out to Emery. Reverses to Blair, who hands it off to Beeler. Beeler brings it top of the key. Goes right side Diatley. Now Emery. They're doing a good job of keeping Barnett. Keeping the basketball out of Barnett's hands. Now Blair with it, right side wing. There it goes to Barnett. Barnett on the wing, right side. Trying to create some space to see if he can drive in. Dribbles it into the corner, then passes in to Diatley. Diatley trying desperately against Snyder, and the shot was rejected, but then the outlet the other direction is not a good pass, but they save it. Back into Snyder. Nice save there by Hendricks. Bradshaw with the basketball. Back out top, they'll reverse right side. Jones Jones is going to drive in. Nice athletic move, but couldn't get the shot to go, but steals it back. Kicks it out to Hendricks. Then Jones, now Tippis. He'll try the three. It's no good, but Bradshaw is there for the putback. Oh, it rims out, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. And we've got the net all hung up in the rim there.
Yeah, that was a good foul on Landon Barnett. Gets his first, team number 5.
They're going to leave the net that way, so it must not be anything serious. Bradshaw on the free throw line shooting two. The first one is good. Yeah, the net corrected itself right there.
3 substitutions, Jakeway and Giacomo Pagan and Caden Jones back into the game for Fayetteville.
This broadcast brought to you in part by Health Source of Ohio, providing a unique and comprehensive approach to health right in your community.
Second free throw good by Bradshaw.
Makes it 29-22 as we get work our way into the final seconds of the first half. Whiteoak's going to throw it away or lose it away. I'm not sure if it was a pass or a dribble.
Pass just went through his hands, took his eye off of it maybe.
24 seconds left for Fayetteville to get another score in the book before we head to halftime. Jones grabbed his jersey. I'll bet that means he's going to take it. He's dribbling, trying to create some space and run the clock a little bit. Nope, he passes off right side corner, 3-point shot, no good. That was off the hands of Pagan, and a putback up and in. Was that Jakeway?
I believe so.
All right, last second shot by Whiteoak Barnett, no good. We will end the first half with the Rockets leading 31-22 over top of the Whiteoak Wildcats. Stay with us. The Barry's Chevrolet halftime report and Higgins Steel Roofing studio update are coming up right after this.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's Goodguysradiotv.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the scoring by the quarters in this first half. It was a real nice, tight first quarter as it was just a 2-point game at the end of that one, 15-13. Whiteoak with that 2-point lead. But in the second quarter, it was a whole different story, wasn't it, Mark?
Yes, it was.
And Mark's going to have more details for you with stats on that. Fayetteville really loading it up from behind the three-point arc. They outscore Whiteoak in the second quarter 18-7. Wow. So that gives the Fayetteville Rockets a 9-point lead here at the half, 31-22. Stick with us. We'll be back with more of the Barry's Chevrolet halftime report right after the Higgins Steel Roofing studio update coming up right now with Michelle Dawn here on C103 and GoodguysRadiotv.com.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the snappy tomato pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you've continued to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And welcome back to the Barry Chevrolet Halftime Report. It's time to take a little more in-depth look at what happened in that first half. Mr. Mark Young, you got some stats for us?
I do. As you mentioned, shooting was, the scoring was tight in the first quarter, and I would also have to say that the shooting was the equivalent of that. Both teams shot very well in the first quarter, 57%, 63% for Fayetteville. Second quarter, that's where the difference was made. They hit 4 out of 9 3-pointers, 44%. So
that's really good from behind a three-pointer.
That is. And, you know, Jones got hot. Caden Jones, that point guard, he kind of picked up where he left off. He hit a couple of three-pointers against Lynchburg on Tuesday night at Lynchburg, and he's kind of picking up where he left off. Good point guard. He handles the ball well, and he's shooting well tonight. So he's been kind of the difference. They're 5 out of 14 in the half for 38%, and just 2 3-pointers for Whiteoak. On the flip side, Whiteoak just kind of having trouble scoring, 22 points in a half. That's pretty uncommon for them. Percentage-wise, that's probably why. They're running clock, and I think they're getting good shots. I've already made a note so far. Snyder already has 3 block shots. He's averaging 2. He has 3 blocks, but he's affected probably 3 or 4 more shots. So he's having quite an effect on Whiteoak on the defensive end. Not so much scoring. He has 4 points, but I think Whiteoak's just going to have to try to open it up from the outside a little bit and kind of get that defense out. They're playing kind of an aggressive. They go back and forth between man-to-man and a matchup zone. But we talked about their length early on. They're affecting a lot of shots. So Whiteoak will have to kind of get creative, I think, and try to get some other guys in the, Beeler and Diatley hitting some 3-point shots maybe.
Well, if you look at my notes here from pregame report with Mr. Ben Higgins, he picked Whiteoak by 5. So he has got to be not very happy if he's out there listening this evening. Not very happy with the fact that his Whiteoak Wildcats pick for the night is trailing by 9 points here at halftime, 31-22 the score.
You probably thought like we did, Whiteoak would bounce back after that tough loss against Fairfield Tuesday night, and they did early on. They ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw in this Fayetteville defense. So there's no quitting this Whiteoak team, that's for sure. So I look forward to the second half.
We take a look at Landon Barnett's right ankle. It has been wrapped very tightly in tape during that visit to the locker room. So it's definitely affecting him. It's definitely going to affect his shot, and it's definitely going to affect this basketball game. Whether it affects the overall outcome or not would be the good question. All right, that's a look at what we saw here in the first half. Mark, any comments about what needs to happen second half-wise? If you're a Whiteoak Wildcat fan, what do you do? What do you hope your team does to catch back up to the Rockets?
Well, run offense. Try to see if you can open it up. Find a hot hand. I think Diatley had a hot hand there at the end of the quarter. Try to get him or Beeler going. Beeler's streaky, I think. If you get him going and get him hitting some three-point shots, it'll spread that defense out. Then you can get these guys going back to the basket. Then you got to face Snyder in the paint. So I don't know.
Right.
If you're Fayetteville, they've been successful. They've been running offense. They've got Attinger and they've got Jones, who are kind of threatening from 3. And then they've got guys crashing the boards. Bradshaw had that good finish. So if you're Whiteoak on the defensive end, you got to find somebody and box them out.
I would agree. We've got just about 30 seconds before we tip off the second, or we don't really tip it off, before we start the second half. That'll do it for the Barry Chevrolet halftime report and the Higgins Steel Roofing studio update. We'll be back with second half action right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Welcome back courtside at Fayetteville High School. We are ready for second half action. Whiteoak Wildcats will have the basketball to start things off. And are we going to see a zone possibly? A 1-3-1 trap? Yep. I think we're going to see a 1-3-1 defensively this time out of the Rockets. Yep. And they have got it dialed in as they get a steal as Rhodes turns it over. So Jones with the basketball against man-to-man defense. So a change in the second half as well this direction. They get it inside to Snyder. Snyder being bodied up by Rhodes. Yeah, we've got a double foul being called down underneath. Snyder came around with an elbow, but Rhodes was bumping him pretty good with the body. So a double foul being called, I believe.
No,
it's not a double
called
foul.
An intentional foul on Snyder, yeah.
Okay. I thought that was a double foul sign there. Yeah. That's why they don't let me wear stripes and have a whistle.
Me too.
So Rhodes will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, which would be actual technical, I guess, free throws, and he makes them both. Well, that makes a difference.
Rhodes spent most of the first half in early foul trouble, so he got his first 2 points here, and they'll have the ball.
And Snyder will have to be a little bit more careful and not push off too much there. Not be quite so physical. Barnett gets it to Beeler down in the corner. They skip it back out to Rhodes. He'll go into the corner to Emery. Now to Barnett as they work it around the key. No trap this time. Driving in on the baseline. A running shot down there by Beeler was no good, and Attinger will now have the basketball for Fayetteville. Attinger against man-to-man defense goes to Tippis, then Bradshaw left side corner. Now to Snyder on the wing. They'll reverse right side, Jones. Oh, yeah. Druggy's foot, the passing lane closed, and travel called against Fayetteville.
Got crossed up a little bit.
Yeah. turnovers have been pretty rare in this game, haven't they?
Yes.
Both sides. Barnett now with the basketball. Now we're going to see that trap again. So Barnett goes over top of it into the corner to Emery for three. That's no good. Beeler on a tip back, no good, but I think he's fouled. There was a whistle on the play.
Yep. Fouls on A.J. Attinger. That's his second. Team first here, second in the half.
We mentioned that Ben Higgins picked Whiteoak by 5 in pregame report. You should tune in to hear that real time, 4:45 every game day, and just before our broadcast, it's pregame report with Ben Higgins, brought to you by Ron Lynch, your financial advisor with Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, also on the coaching staff for Eastern.
Beeler hits them both, giving 5 points, and then back into the game for Fayetteville. We had Chase Hendricks getting A.J. Attinger with those 2 fouls.
Well, it's tough to earn them from the free throw line one at a time like that, but Whiteoak will take it. Inside it goes to Snyder, and another whistle and a call. I believe it's going to be a foul against Whiteoak because they're trying to body up against Snyder. I think Emery got that one. Yeah, the call was against Emery. That'll be his second foul. Bradshaw with it out top, goes right side. Tippis in the corner for an open three. No good. Jones able to get the rebound. Passes back out to Tippis. He drives inside the paint. Little leaner up and in. That's the first basket scored for Fayetteville here in the second half. So that'll instill a little more confidence in them. So maybe they can get back on track. Beeler hands off left side to Rhodes. Back to Beeler in the corner. Then to Rhodes. Out near the top of the key, hands off to Beeler, who brings it back to the top of the key. Finds Barnett in the corner. That's over on the right side. They kick it out left side. Rhodes for a three, no good. Backside Diatley with a rebound, finds Barnett. Barnett dribbling on the right side wing. Decides to drive in, hands off to Emery, and they kick it back out to Beeler. He's quickly double teamed, and now drives in and is fouled. I think it'll be on the floor.
Fouls on Caleb Tippis, his first, team third here in the half.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Southern State Community College. Start your pathway to completion at sscc.edu, and be sure to pick up your Southern State Community College season pocket schedule. It has all 20 teams, 10 boys, 10 girls. The Southern Hills Athletic Conference, every game by date in that fold-up schedule. Folds up real nice to fit in your pocket. What happened, Mark?
Try to get the inbounds pass. It was underneath the basket, and Barnett low pass at his feet. He just couldn't handle it.
So a turnover for Whiteoak. Fayetteville has it. Bradshaw, left side wing, gets it to Tippis. Now reverses right side as they go into Snyder. Snyder working, cannot get it to go. And what do they say? A 3-second call.
3-second, yeah.
Took too much time working it. 5:19 to go in the first quarter. Fayetteville is going to call the timeout, I do believe. Yeah, timeout's called. 5:19 to go in the third quarter. The score 33-26. Fayetteville leading Whiteoak. We're back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com.
Full court man-to-man pressure being applied by Fayetteville. Coming out of the timeout, Whiteoak Cats will inbound to Barnett. He's double teamed in the backcourt, and everybody left him alone, but he dribbles through it. Gets it ahead to Beeler. Beeler right side wing, back out top to Barnett. Man-to-man defense this time out of Fayetteville. Goes into the elbow to Diatley. Now to Emery, back out top. Cats are showing a lot of patience. Beeler will get it over on the right side. Like those pink shoes.
Yeah, they're sharp.
Now Barnett pops out for it. Barnett with a long three,
nice
and
shot.
it goes.
He
Wow.
needed that. He needed that.
He did. I would agree.
His first point since the first quarter.
33-29 the score. Fayetteville is on top. Bradshaw ahead, able to sky to get a pass. They kick it back out to Jones for a straightaway three. That one's no good, but Bradshaw's all alone for the tip back.
Like we talked about, you got to find somebody and box him out. They didn't do that again.
Yeah, they pay a lot of attention to Snyder.
Yep.
Oh, now it gets loose in the backcourt, and I think we're going to have a foul called, and Fayetteville was able to get the steal. What do we got? I know we got some tempers flying.
Well, he rolled over him, and it wasn't intentional at all. Then he tried to get up, and they kind of got scuffled. So
yeah, foul is going to be called against
Beeler.
Yeah, so Fayetteville gets it back. They'll inbound underneath the basket. Hendricks will go to Tippis in the corner, and he dribbles once and then loads a long two. It doesn't go. On the rebound, the Cats have it. Back the other direction. With it is Beeler. Goes right side, Barnett. Man-to-man defense again. Barnett drives in, high off the glass, no good. Jones with a big rebound for Fayetteville. Another one and done. And Coach Barnett is saying that they're being shoved around underneath there. And now, oh, wow. Jones drives in on the left-hand side, kisses it off the glass, and gets the and one.
Nice play. Fouls on Beeler, gets his second foul right away. Caden Jones picking up where he left off Tuesday night. A lot of energy he plays with.
Yeah. And he goes to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three. It does not drop. And on the rebound, it's the Cats. They'll put it in the hands of Rhodes, dribbles it to the center of the floor against man-to-man defense again this time. Fayetteville's been changing things up a little bit here and there. Now they go in the corner to Emery, who comes back out top to Barnett. Barnett gets it to Emery. Emery at the elbow for two. That bounces out. Snyder with a rebound. Quick outlet to Jones. Jones drives in on the left-hand side, and there is another whistle and a foul, and I believe it's on the floor. Yeah, this one's going to be on the floor. The Bengals are back in action at home, looking for another win this Sunday, hosting the Cleveland Browns. Pregame at 11:30, kickoff at 1. That's on our sister station, 99.5 The Edge. What do we got here?
Emery picked up his third foul. He's going to be replaced by Weston Blair for Whiteoak.
Blair played a lot in that first half as well. They'll inbound to Tippis out top. 2-3 zone? Yeah, 2-3 zone. Tippis decides to load it and drains it.
8 points now for Caleb Tippis.
Largest lead of the game now for Fayetteville at 11. Barnett dribbles to the left side wing. He is starting to look a little tired as he has a lot of attention being paid to him. Now with it, Rhodes. Rhodes decides to drive in and tries a double pump. That one doesn't go, but he's fouled. So he's able to draw the contact and will go to the line to shoot two.
Fayetteville fouls on Caden Jones, his first, team number 4. Lucan Rhodes going back to get 2 more free throws. He hit the 2 that he shot on that intentional foul earlier in the quarter.
Part of our post game, our Willie and Son Trucking post game, will include a naming of a player of the game. That's the Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Brought to you by Snappy Tomato Pizza in West Union and Seaman. Both free throws are good. Cuts it back to a 9-point lead. Jones will bring it up the floor. Man-to-man defense this time out of Whiteoak. Looks almost like they want to slow it up a minute. We'll see. Oh, he decides to fake everybody out and drive in, but a foul is committed again. We're starting to see the fouls rack up here on both sides.
Yeah, that's now 3 on Beeler, so they're going to have to be careful here. 5 fouls now for the team in the half.
Hendricks will look to inbound. 4 on the other side, so we've already seen 9 fouls called with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. substitution for Whiteoak.
Yep, Xander Rhodes comes in and gets Beeler with those 3 fouls.
Rockets will inbound to Attinger. I'm sorry, Tippis. Tippis will have the basketball and brings it back out top. Goes left side to Bradshaw. They are showing some more patience. Now out top to Tippis. Back to Bradshaw. Bradshaw drives in but has it stripped away. Nice hands there by one of the Wildcats. With it is going to be Rhodes. Back the other direction. Rhodes passes to the new guy, Xander Rhodes. Now to Barnett. Barnett out on the right side wing. Thought about a 3, didn't take it. Xander Rhodes will, though, and he drains it.
Nailed it. He had 2 big threes there in the JV contest.
Well, that was a huge one right there, as that cuts it back to a 6-point lead now for Fayetteville. So Whiteoak is using the 3-point shot to get back in this game, just like Fayetteville used it to get their lead. And now Snyder drives in, and I believe they're going to call the foul against Whiteoak. They were hoping, Whiteoak was hoping for a player control foul, but I agree with the call.
Yeah, it was close. Weston Blair picks that up, his second. I think Snyder missed the shot, so he's going to shoot 2.
Let's take a look at our H&R Block scoreboard update, brought to you by Jeff Newman and the tax professionals at H&R Block in West Union. 1:46 to go in the ball game. It is 40-34, Fayetteville leading Whiteoak. In the third quarter, Snyder's second free throw is good. Missed the first one.
Yep, Snyder's going to come out and be replaced by Jonas Jakeway. I think it's kind of funny, interesting too. Attinger's still on the bench. He picked up that second foul early in the quarter, and it's just number 2. And
right.
The same way in Lynchburg the other night. He spent a lot of time, kind of got lost on the bench there in the second half, it seemed like.
Barnett with the basketball, reverses Diatley, then the corner to Blair. Blair looking inside, finds Barnett. Barnett out on the wing, drives in, Euro step, and it's good! Wow, he is so good at that Euro step. Basket's good. I'm not sure who they called the foul on, but Barnett's going to go to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
Caden Jones picks up number 2.
I know the coaches are not liking these calls, but it's both ways.
Yeah.
They might be calling a foul or 2 too much, but they're doing it both ways, and as long as it's fair, it doesn't matter.
No, well, that could have been a makeup call if you want to call it that. But
yep. Barnett, by the way, misses the bonus, and he is still limping down the floor. That's got to be tough. He is playing with some pain. Jones drives in on the left side, and a scoop shot, no good. Put back, no good. And then it's fought for, and Whiteoak gets it. Barnett's going to take his time with 1 minute and 6 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Barnett brings it across half court, guarded out there by Jones. They go in to Xander Rhodes. Diatley pops out right side for it. Diatley drives, reverse shot, up and good.
Now they're starting to get some confidence. Nice shot there from Evan Diatley.
Makes it 41-38 as Whiteoak is fighting their way back into this ball game.
Cats are clawing back, Ken.
They certainly are. Tippis pops out left side, comes off the screen, passes back right side to Hendricks, and then Jones.
Got to stay with him.
Jones on the dribble, goes to Tippis in the right side corner, back to Jones on the right side wing. Comes back to the center of the floor and goes left side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw dribbles to the corner, kicks it back out to Tippis. The Rockets starting to show a little patience. I think they're just working for a last shot.
Yeah.
Down to 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Tippis got trapped, had to dribble out of it. Now he drives in, high shot off, or in the paint is good.
Very nice.
We'll end the third quarter. The score, Fayetteville 43, Whiteoak 38. We are back with the fourth and final quarter after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Nice set play there to start things off in the fourth quarter as they feed it into Snyder, who puts it up and in to extend the lead for Fayetteville back to 7. With the score now 45-38. Fayetteville leading Whiteoak. Rhodes with the basketball right side off the screen, dribbles toward the top, finds Emery out top, then gets it to Beeler. Beeler goes back to Barnett, and then Diatley on the right side wing. Diatley working to get it back to Barnett, and it's picked off. Nice steal there by Hendricks. Go back the other direction. Tippis with it out top. Goes right side to Jones. Now into Snyder. They kick it back out to Hendricks and then Bradshaw. Back to Hendricks and then Tippis. They'll reset with 7 minutes to go in the basketball game. Tippis dribbles to the right side. Cuts back, finds Bradshaw left corner. He drives in. Shot blocked, or partially blocked by Beeler.
Nice.
Now Beeler with the basketball as we come back the other direction. Beeler, what happened?
Lost
Drove
it.
in. They lost it.
Yep.
Okay. Bradshaw the other direction, and he's fouled. Basket's no good on the layup attempt. Bradshaw will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's not a bad foul. I didn't make the shot, so it's not a bad foul. Mickey Murnham. It's Evan Diatley's first foul.
If you joined us late on the radio and you'd like to watch this game, you can do so at Goodguysradiotv.com. We are broadcasting live on TV and radio. That's Goodguysradiotv.com. Bradshaw on the free throw line makes the first one.
A.J. Attinger back in the game for Fayetteville. He's going to replace Chase Hendricks.
Adams County Regional Medical Center. They sponsor our Coach's Comment Show. That will be after the basketball game. We'll talk to the winning coach. That's part of our Willie & Son Trucking postgame. Second free throw good as well. Make it 47-38 to score now. Fayetteville on top. Whiteoak with the basketball. Rhodes dribbles to the right side corner. Passes to Barnett. Oh, they
nice
find
work.
Emery wide open down underneath on the backside. Missed assignment by somebody. Back to a 7-point game. Jones will bring it up the floor. Goes left side to Attinger. He's back in there for you, Mark. Now Bradshaw, then right side Jones. Then to Snyder. Now left side to Tippis. And then Bradshaw back out top. Man-to-man defense. Bradshaw drives in. High arcing running shot in the paint. No good. And Whiteoak has the rebound and almost throws it away. Beeler able to track it down. Let him a little too much on the pass. They'll go into the corner for a 3-look by Diatley. That one's no good. But Emery, I believe, is fouled on the rebound. No, they're going to call it. All right, the officials, we had 2 different officials on that play, and the lead official is going to say, nope, that was just out of bounds off Whiteoak.
Tough break for Whiteoak.
Yeah.
Need some stops here. Got to get a stop.
Rockets with the basketball. Jones has it across the timeline. Hands it off to Barnett. Then they go left side, Attinger. Attinger going back out. Nice steal there by Diatley, but then he gets tipped back by Tippis, and he tracks it down. Tippis with it, behind the back dribble. Kicks it out to Attinger for 3 in the corner. No good. Diatley on the rebound. To Rhodes. Back to Beeler on the run out. Beeler up and in.
Nice quick action, good hands there. Had Bradshaw chasing him.
Yeah, and he knew those feet were behind him, catching up pretty hard too. Attinger Gets inside the paint, works for it, and walks. Yeah, no basket. Wait a minute, I think it might be a foul.
Oh, offensive foul.
Yeah,
wow.
Player control foul against
Maybe he leaned in a little bit. Yep. That's his third. Team number 6 in the half.
So Whiteoak, just some token full court pressure here in the fourth quarter as Rhodes easily brings it across the timeline, has it out top, goes right side to Barnett. Barnett's going to drive in and again overshoots it. He's being pounded so hard in there defensively that he's overshooting those layups a hair. But Barnett gets a steal. Now Barnett against Bradshaw. This time he does get it to go.
A lot of credit for Landon Barnett. He's playing his heart out.
Timeout's called by Fayetteville. We'll take one as well. 4:27 to go in the ball game. 47-44. Fayetteville leading Whiteoak. We are back right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you've continued to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast being brought to you in part by First State Bank, built on belief since 1884. Visit fsb4me.com. That's the number 4me.com to learn more about the benefits of banking with First State Bank. Rockets with a basketball. Jones for a 3. That one's no good. Being tipped around, and Emery, I believe, is going to be called for the push. Trying to sky over top of Snyder, and it did not work. And I believe that is going to put Fayetteville in the bonus. It is.
It should, yep.
Snyder goes to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. 4:14 to go in the ball game.
Emery gets his 4th foul.
It's a 3-point game right now. This is as close as Whiteoak has been since the first quarter, or second quarter, I'm sorry. Early in the second quarter. Snyder misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Whiteoak with a basketball.
That's the guy who won a foul. He's only 36% on the season.
Beeler has it out top, goes right side Barnett. Barnett fakes one way, goes the other. Too hard off the glass, though. The shot is missed, and the Rockets have the rebound. As we've seen over and over, one and done offensively for Whiteoak. Tippis for a long 3.
That hurts.
NBA range. Puts them back on top by 6. Beeler with a basketball. Dribbles to the right side wing. Goes all the way into the corner. He'll try the high 3. And
way downtown.
That one doesn't touch anything but net. Wow. Another timeout is called. The score, Fayetteville 50, Whiteoak 47. We're back after this timeout on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie and Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie and Son Trucking.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, there is one more game yet to come after our Willie and Son Trucking postgame show. Don Bowles is courtside for Peebles at Ripley. So stick with us. It's a twofer tonight on C103. Tippett lobs to Snyder, but he's way too far away to do much with it. They get it to Bradshaw, who drives in. Missed the shot, but Attinger, was that Attinger that put it back?
I think so.
We'll go with that.
We're going to give it to him.
All right. 52-47 the score. Fayetteville on top. Barnett has the basketball, brings it across the timeline against man-to-man defense. Jones is guarding Barnett as he has done most of the night. Barnett goes to Rhodes left side, back to Barnett. He's got some space for a three, and it's good.
You got to stare that one down. Nice shot. 18 points on a bad ankle for Landon Barnett.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is a 2-point basketball game, and the floor's wet. So looks like we're looking for somebody with a towel. There we go.
I'll tell you what, we're fortunate we didn't have to pay to get in here tonight. I would have, because we've seen the folks who did, whatever they paid for a ticket, well, they've seen two really good basketball games.
Yeah, you know what? And we may have people that just joined us coming out of another game. The junior varsity contest here tonight went into double overtime. Whiteoak won it by 3, 49-46. Again, that was in double overtime for the junior varsity contest. Here we are with 2:44 to go. So let's take a look here at an H&R Block scoreboard update brought to you by the tax professionals in H&R Block in West Union. 2:44 to go in this game, and it's a 2-point game. Fayetteville on top, 52-50. Jones has it on the inbound. Off the screen, dribbles right, passes in the corner to Tippett. He'll dribble it back out top. Left side, Bradshaw. Bradshaw taking his time, finds Attinger back out top. Attinger drives in, drives the left side of the paint, shot no good, rebound controlled by the Wildcats. Rhodes has it. Rhodes goes into the corner to Beeler, he likes the three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Barnett able to get the rebound. Kicks it back out to Rhodes, left side, now to Barnett, straight away for a three.
Wow.
And that one is good, and the Whiteoak Wildcats just retook the lead by 1 point with 2 minutes to go in this basketball game.
A huge shot, Ken.
Yes, it was. Attinger to Bradshaw, now left side Jones. Then they go to Snyder out top, right side Tippett. Then to Bradshaw again. They lob it into Snyder, and he's open. Wow.
Yeah.
Turnaround up and in.
Good call there by the coach.
Yes, it was. So now back on top are the Fayetteville Rockets. Ahead they go to Emery for a two. Rushed that one. Didn't need to take that shot. But for the Fayetteville fans, they love it because the Rockets now have the ball back. They'll get it to Bradshaw. Rocket fans on their feet behind us, by the way. Tippett, and then a timeout called by Fayetteville. 1 minute, 14 seconds to go in this ball game. It's a 1-point game. Fayetteville 54, Whiteoak 53. We're back right after this timeout on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference this year and put kids who need help on your holiday list. Giving feels good.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com.
Jones gets it to Snyder, who pops way out for it. Then Attinger Now right side it'll go, then they go back into Snyder. They're trying to push him out, and they do. He finds Attinger straight away for three. It's good. This has been a three-point kind of game. Whiteoak Wildcats have it taken away. Full court pressure. Fayetteville gets the steal. Tippis drives in, dishes off to Attinger, up and in. Timeout Whiteoak. Just that quick. The tide changed as Fayetteville had a 1-point lead coming out of the timeout, and quickly scores 5 points.
Yeah.
We'll take a timeout as well. We're back right after this.
Taste the snappy tomato pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693 and turn your trash into treasure.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Beeler quickly driving in, could not connect. Stick back by Emery, no good. And I think we have an official that might have got hit on that play. So a little pause in the action here. There are 36.2 seconds on the clock, and it is 59 to 53. I think I might have said 54 before we went to that break. Yeah, well, they have a 6-point lead where I think I said 5 before, so that does make a difference. 36.2 seconds. They got to get, Whiteoak's got to get 6 points here to push this into overtime. Barnett is looking to inbound, having trouble, finally gets it to Emery in the corner. Emery dribbles out to the right side wing, hands it off to Barnett. Barnett dribbling right side, gets inside the paint, off balance shot up, no good, and the rebound being controlled by Fayetteville, and I think Barnett came down on his tailbone. Man, has he been beat up hard tonight.
Yep.
He's really struggling to walk on that right ankle. The Whiteoak Wildcats may just absolutely be out of gas. And I think they're out of luck because it's 24.7 seconds on the clock. 59-53, Fayetteville leading Whiteoak. And Ben Higgins is not going to be happy with this outcome since he picked the Cats by 5. Jones has it on the inbound, and he's fouled in the backcourt, which is what needed to happen. And we'll go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. This broadcast is for the private use of the C103 audience. Any other use of the descriptions or accounts of this game without the consent of C103 is prohibited. 22 seconds. Jones will go to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. Remember, Don Bowles will have our second game for you, Peebles at Ripley in game number 2. But first, we've got our Willie and Son Trucking post game. Jones on the free throw, it rims out. And Whiteoak with a basketball. Ahead they go to Diatley. Diatley left side wing back to Emery. Emery for a 3. That one's no good. He was off balance and under pressure. And now Diatley able to steal it back off the rebound. Shot up, no good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2 with just 8 seconds on the clock. I think that's just about going to do it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one there.
Yeah.
Snyder picks up his 3rd foul.
If he makes, let's start talking about scenarios here. If he makes these 2, it would be a 4-point ball game still. You could have a steal or something on the inbound. 4-point plays are possible. The first one by Diatley is good. So for all you Whiteoak fans, it doesn't look good, but it's not over yet. Diatley, oh, he missed that one. That hurts. Bradshaw on the rebound, and he's fouled. 6.5 seconds on the clock. 5-point basketball game, and Bradshaw is a pretty good free throw shooter, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he is. Fouls on Barnett. I'll give it to Barnett, I think.
Willie and Son Trucking post-game show coming up here in just a few minutes. We will talk to the winning coach, the Adams County Regional Medical Center coach's comment show, and we'll name a snappy tomato pizza player of the game. And the first one rims out. It bounced off every piece of that rim before it went out.
4 out of 5 tonight so far. Get one more.
We jinxed him by saying he was a good free throw shooter.
So.
That's what happened. He made the second one. Makes it an even 6-point lead as the Cats are going to push it up the floor. Barnett's going to get the layup. It's up and in, but that's going to do it, I think. And Barnett's going to try to see if he can get this timeout and some time put back on the clock. So we're not going to say it's officially over yet. The officials are going to have a conversation at midcourt. And Barnett is hoping that he has a timeout with, couldn't be more than a second or two. 1.2 seconds is what they're going to go with, and the timeout's called. We're back right after this on C103.
Getting fit? That's easy. I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
For anybody who did not catch pregame today, the second game, Peebles at Ripley, Ben picked Peebles in that one by 11. So we'll have to see how that comes out. Here we go, back to action. Snyder on the inbound, he's fouled, still just 0.4 seconds on the clock, or 0.4 of a second. And we are gonna watch Snyder shoot some free throws, but this one is pretty much done. All but the buzzer here for this one to be over. As Snyder will go to the free throw line with a 4-point lead. He does not need to do much of anything. He could, yeah. Well, they're in the double bonus, so he will get 2 attempts here.
Pad your stats.
But it really doesn't matter whether he makes it or misses it. This one is going to be over with. He does make the first one. Makes it 61-56, and the fans are starting to file out here on the home side. And the second one is good as well. So all it does is change the score at the outcome. Congratulations to the Fayetteville Rockets. What a hard-fought battle. They get the victory over the Whiteoak Wildcats, 62-56. Willie and Son Trucking postgame coming up right now on C103.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you've continued to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by Simon for 3. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can say!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden hanging out with you.
It's all on GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's GoodGuysRadioTV.com.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat. Your gift helps deliver food and resources to children and families who need them. So make a difference today.
Welcome back to the Willie & Son Trucking post-game show, live at Fayetteville High School. Again, I'm Ken Smith along with Mark Young. Let's look at the scoring by the quarters in this one. It was Whiteoak that was able to get the lead, or win, I should say, the first quarter, 15-13. So a 2-point lead for Whiteoak heading into the second quarter. Second quarter, Fayetteville was really able to turn it on and take advantage of some hot three-point shooting. They outscored Whiteoak 18-7 in the second quarter, so they outscored them by 11 points, and you factor in the 2-point lead that Whiteoak had at the start, that means a 9-point lead for Fayetteville at halftime, 31-22. Third quarter, guess what? Whiteoak came out and won that one by 4 points, 16-12. That cut the lead of Fayetteville back to 5 points with our score at 43-38. Fourth and final quarter. What a quarter it was, as these teams just absolutely played their guts out, and Whiteoak was able to close the gap and take the lead for the first time since early in the second quarter with 2 minutes to go in the ball game, 53-52. At that point, it turned back over to all Fayetteville, as in those final minutes, those final 2 minutes, Fayetteville scored 10 points, and Whiteoak scored, am I getting this right? Yeah, they scored 10 points, and Whiteoak scored only 3 points in the final minutes there, final 2 minutes. And Fayetteville wins that fourth quarter 19-18, so a 1-point fourth quarter victory gives them a 6-point overall victory, 62-56, your final score, Fayetteville defeating Whiteoak. We'll be back to take a look at stats and our Adams County Regional Medical Center Coaches Comment Show coming up hopefully very quickly, and Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game. All kinds of great stuff still to go. We're back right after this with more of the Willie & Son Trucking postgame.
Taste the Snappy Tomato Pizza difference for yourself. Order from Seaman at 937-386-1010 or from West Union at 937-544-5583. Order online at snappytomato.com. You know, the old saying is true. One man's trash really is another man's treasure. That's why we bring you the Trash and Treasure Trading Post on C103 weekday afternoons at 12:35. If you've got something to buy, sell, trade, or donate, chances are there's somebody looking for it. Call in at 937-544-9722 or try out the mailbag for just $2 a day. Mail your listings in to P.O. Box 103, West Union, Ohio 45693, and turn your trash into treasure.
Getting fit? That's easy. Oh, I got this.
Oh, this is ridiculous. My Casasa checking was easier than this.
With a Casasa checking account, you get rewards. For having a checking account, it's that easy.
I think I pulled a hammy.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
Hi, I'm Sean McFarland. The McFarland family has been in the car business for over 70 years. That's 4 generations of our family serving yours. And we're honored that you continue to put your trust in us. Barry Chevrolet Buick, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
Barry Chevrolet Buick, your best deal dealer.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
You've been listening to us for years.
Shot up by for three. It's up and in.
Now it's time to watch.
I can save!
Good Guys Radio TV is here with live video coverage of everything happening in our area. Local sports.
And this one is a hard shot out to left field.
Local events.
Hey, this is Braden.
Welcome to the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coaches Comments Show. Joining me, a very happy head coach, DJ McCummins. Coach, you did a great job in this game, just like the players.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You had the strategy you needed to get this done and the defense you needed to get this done.
We definitely did. Shout out to my two assistant coaches. I missed the past couple days because I was sick and home with our child. So, shout out to those three guys. And, they definitely took the lead on it today. And I was just able to watch film. But it was a great team effort.
Oh, it certainly was. But I do want to talk about some individuals. Let's start with Jones.
Oh, man, he was lights out. He took on the challenge. I just loved his effort. He played his butt off today, and, he competed as hard as he could. And he had a tough matchup because Barnett is no slouch at all.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Defense, my goodness, he made it tough on Barnett.
He did, and, that's all we can ask. You're never going to completely stop great players. What you're going to do is just try to make it as tough as you can, and I thought he did a great job of that tonight.
Oh, I would absolutely agree. He did do a good job. Now, Barnett did get 23 points, no doubt about it, but you only won this game by 6. So keeping 6 points off of Barnett could be all the difference in the victory here.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? Again, he's going to get enough shots to make 23 points just because he's the lead guy on that offense. So, we can't get caught up in the, hey, he had 20. It's like, well, what was his percentages and stuff like that? And I thought Caden Jones did a really good job of just making those 23 as hard as he can.
You got to love your sophomore, Bradshaw.
Oh, man, doesn't he have the potential? Isn't it out of this world?
It's almost like you didn't miss a beat.
Oh, it's crazy. It's nice that his mom replaced, they had 2 of those back to back.
Spaced them out just perfectly.
Just perfect. But, no, I love that kid. And, he doesn't even realize how good he can be and how much he affects the game for us. And I thought he did a wonderful job, and I don't even think he knows it.
Yeah. Well, you got to like a modest player, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your point guard, Caleb Tippis. Great job.
That kid is quick. He's a gamer. And, you have to have a little point guard with some sass to him because, when the team hits adversity like we did, they hit back-to-back threes, got it to 2 points. We could have easily folded. But him as our point guard, he took the lead, and, we got the job done.
Also, A.J. Attinger, I thought he played pretty well tonight, one of your seniors. Nice contribution there. I know you had him out some in the game as well and had some other folks in, but he was huge for you in the fourth quarter. Mark says he had seven points in the fourth quarter. That was big.
Oh, I believe it. He hit the biggest 3 of the game, the top of the key. And honestly, he was out of rhythm because he was in foul trouble. But, I told him just to move on. Who cares about that other stuff? And he hit the biggest shot of the game and ended up putting us up 6. And
right.
There we go.
And Austin Snyder, boy, did he get banged around a lot inside tonight.
Oh, man, we tell him to fight through contact, and I think he's going to keep doing it. But, we're just blessed to have him because he's such a great kid. He plays hard. He gives us everything he has, and he literally is just a wonderful kid and a great teammate. He does a lot of good things for us, and we just can't replace that.
And your role players stepped up and did a great job tonight. Hendricks, I think Pagan was in there for a little bit. Jakeway was in there for a little bit. Just all-around great play tonight out of the Rockets, Coach.
Oh, thank you so much. And, we love all of them. We tell them, when it's your turn, get in there and be productive in your time. And that's all we can ask. And that's what makes a great team. And, yes, we're winning some games early, but we want to keep getting better every day because we got a tough matchup, North Adams, coming Tuesday. So, we're excited for that one.
Keep your foot on the gas.
Have to.
All right.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for joining us. We got to get into our second game here.
Well, thank you, guys.
Coach DJ McCummins with the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coach's Comment Show. Coach, we got a couple of things here for you, so hang out here for just a moment. We're going to send it back and then come back to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game right after this.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
The holidays. For many of us, they can be the happiest time of the year. But it's easy to get caught up in the craziness. As you scramble through your holiday list, don't forget the families who are struggling and the kids who don't have enough to eat.
Welcome back to the Snappy Tomato Pizza Player of the Game portion of our Willie & Son Trucking post game. But first, we're going to take a look at our individual as well as team stats very quickly with Mr. Mark Young.
All right, Ken, thanks. And we'll kind of go quickly. Shooting for the Whiteoak Wildcats, tough loss for them tonight. They were down, they were back, they were down, they were back, and I really appreciate how hard they play, and they never quit. Kind of the mentality of that team. It's been that way for a long time, and it's a testament to their coaching and then just their legacy. So when I say that, shooting for the game, they were 12 out of 32 for 38%. They did better in the fourth quarter and the second half overall, but 12 out of 32 for 38%. 7 for 14 beyond the arc for 50% in the game. So they did pick that up after that rough shooting first half. They finished 50% behind the arc, so great for them. And then free throw shooting, 9 out of 11, 82%. You'll take that every day of the week. They did commit 12 turnovers on the night, and it was just a hotly contested game. Individually scoring for them, Luke and Rhodes, 4 points off from the line, 4 out of 4. Has spent the first half, most of it on the bench in foul trouble. Carson Emery also finished with 4 points tonight. Evan Diatley with 8. He was 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. Logan Beeler, 12 points tonight, also 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. Xander Rhodes come off the bench there in the third quarter, hit a big 3 for them, and finished with those 3 points. Weston Blair also got a lot of action in the first half with Luke and Rhodes on the bench. He also scored 2 points this evening. And then Landon Barnett, can't say enough about that kid. He plays hard.
Played through the pain tonight.
He did, and he probably was playing with adrenaline at the end of the game because you couldn't even tell he had a bum ankle. But I'm sure he's going to be hurting tonight and tomorrow. But a tough senior, 5'11". He doesn't play 5'11", I tell you. 23 points, and he was 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. So those seven young men scored those 56 points for Whiteoak tonight. Looking at the Fayetteville Rockets as they win the game, they shot a little bit better, 15 out of 27 for 56%. Not a lot of shots if you think about that, 27%, 27 shots compared to 32. I guess it is equal. My bad. 8 out of 21 for 38% from beyond the arc, and then 10 out of 15 for 67%. I don't have the percentage, but they didn't shoot so well Tuesday night from the line, so they must have spent some extra time there. They did commit 11 turnovers on the night, and they had 5 young men crack the scoring column to score those 62 points. They were Alex Bradshaw. He scored 4 points tonight. He went 5 out of 6 from the free throw line. Austin Snyder, he scored 11, 3 out of 5 from the line, so he improved his percentage tonight. He also probably had, I would have to guess, probably 5 blocks and affected a lot more shots. And then we had 3 other young men with double figures. A.J. Attinger, the senior, spent some of the third quarter on the bench and then come in and hit 7 points in the fourth quarter, hit that big dagger 3 right there at the end to kind of put them up. I think it was 4 or 5 and really kind of sealed the game for them. But that's what you expect out of your senior. 14 points for him, no trips to the line. Caleb Tippis, 5'9" junior, he scored 13 points tonight, no trips to the line. And then Caden Jones, the 6-foot junior, he does it again. He scores 15 points tonight. Hit some big threes there in the second quarter that kind of helped them pull away after that tough first quarter, and finished 2 for 4 from the free throw line. So again, 15 points for Caden Jones.
Well, that means it's time to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Attinger had that big 3-point shot that was a really big deal. Kind of sealed the deal for the Fayetteville Rockets. He had 14 points. Tippis had 13. But the guy I like and the guy who will be our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game is Caden Jones. He did lead the team in scoring by just 1 point at 15, but had the toughest defensive assignment you can have, one of the toughest you can have in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference, trying to stop Barnett.
He had a lot of help, but he did. I mean, he did play great. He didn't have a lot of points in the first half. Barnett did, and then he really shouted him well. And just a great job, Caden Jones. Congratulations to you, young man.
Caden Jones, our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Congratulations to the Fayetteville Rockets, again defeating Whiteoak 62-56, your final score. And that's going to do it pretty much for us here courtside. We want to thank Brandon Rigdon for engineering our TV side of things at Goodguysradiotv.com. If you didn't watch it live, you can watch it in the archives, by the way. And we also want to thank Michelle Dawn for engineering everything on the radio side for us back at the C103 studios. For Mark Young, I'm Ken Smith. Stand by for a Higgins Steel Roofing studio update, as well as game number 2 right here on C103.